Peace, appreciation, and abundance, y'all. Peace, appreciation, and abundance. It's your boy AS3, man, the host with the most, baby. And welcome back to another situation with Talk About It TV. This is episode 15, y'all. I just want to say that I'm grateful for being here, man, and it's been a journey, and I'm gonna continue to give y'all, some of this great content, man. Without further ado, man, I got a special guest on the line right now. A brother of mine I know for over 20 years. This brother right here is a businessman. He's an entrepreneur. He's a DJ. He's doing a lot. Has a lot going on for the community right now. Give it up for my boy DJ-Keyyo in the building. What's going on, bro?
Yo, man, what's going on, man? I'm happy to be here. As you mentioned, we've known each other for a minute. I'm just happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me for the show, on here and everything. So appreciate you.
Hey, man, appreciate you, bro. I got to give you your flowers. This is Talk About It TV, man. So we're gonna get right into it, baby. Let the people know where you're from, man, where you're born, and all of that.
Yeah, man. So I was born in Thailand, you know what I mean? And then we finally got a sponsorship to get to America from a church group. And then I ended up coming to America when I was 3 years old. And then I ended up, living in San Diego for a little bit. And then after that, my family moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I was, raised up from there. And then my parents started moving up here to Rochester, New York, upstate.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So what's your heritage? Like, what would you consider yourself in terms of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm half Thai and Laos. So my
Okay.
mom's, my mom's Laos and my father's Thai. So, but I never met my real dad. He passed away. Before I was even born. You feel me? So, and like
Oh,
my
wow.
mom married to my stepdad and all that stuff. So,
Oh man, no doubt. Appreciate you, man. How was it for you coming up in life? Through those circumstances that you just mentioned to us. How was it for you?
let me tell you, man, it's been a roller coaster ride. I'm not gonna lie. I know everybody got their stories. You know what I mean? Everybody got things they work through in life and stuff like that. But just a little snippet of my life. So I was, like I said, raised in Minneapolis, and then I moved here. And then when I moved here around when I was 11 years old, it's been, been kind of rough because I was involved with the wrong crowd in Minnesota. So I ended up coming
Mhm.
back here to stay with my parents in Rochester. And then what happened was, um, my parents decided they didn't want me no more. I know, so it might be a little touchy, but they decided they didn't want me no more. So I got abandoned, and then I was like home for about a year. I was sleeping in the bushes. You know what I mean? I remember I used to like grab like McDonald's cups from like the garbage, wash it out. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And then go up there, get a free refill, act like I was already, a customer, just so I could
no
have something in my
doubt.
stomach for the day. You feel me? And then what happened was after that, the cops found me when I was homeless, and they were just like asking me where my parents was and all that. And then once they found out, I was abandoned, they put me in a foster home. So basically, I grew up throughout high school, in a foster system. So growing
Oh
up, it
wow.
was, it was tough, it was rough, but at the same time, it made me who I am, made me, become the person that I am. So I can't
No
complain.
doubt.
I don't want to change it for anything, man. It's just, it is what it is. You feel me? Make the best out of life, and
Mhm.
that's all you got to do.
Man, I appreciate your honesty with that, brother, because you are being an advocate for those who went through the same, possible situations, um, from coming up as a young child, man. So, when we get into the Rochester, New York portion, you're a DJ in Rochester, New York as well too. How long you been a DJ, and what got you into DJing?
So yeah, man, I've been DJing for about 15 years now, man. I think going on my 16th year. What got me into DJing, man? I'm not gonna lie. It's both our brothers, Ease. Both, you know what I mean? You know Ease, famous
No doubt.
international Ease. Ease, where you at? Shout out to Ease, man. By the way, but our brother,
Yeah.
he's the one. got me into, DJing and, working me, having me like work with like turntables, stuff like that. So I'm not just like one of those DJs that started out doing controllers, you know what I mean? I was on records, because that's what Ease was on, and he basically taught me how to get onto the record, and yeah, that's about it. That's what got me into DJing, and I
Wow.
always wanted to DJ since I was little. Though I remember when I was in Minnesota, like 9 years old, I used to steal my uncle's CD. And I used to, what I'm saying, act like I'm beatboxing, like, and just like act like I'm scratching. And then he come
Right.
to find out I'm scratching his CD. He like, yo, what happened to my CD? I'm like, I don't know, but it's been in my blood since I was little, man. It's just coming from Laos as a refugee, you know what I mean? We didn't have a lot of money coming to America. We had like literally 7 people living in a 3-bedroom household. So basically, I didn't have
Mm.
the funds or the means to start young. So after I graduated high school, that's when I was able to work 3 jobs. And then, I finally got my first controller. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no
Like my first
doubt, man.
turntable, actually. Yeah. And then it just went on from there because the love was already there. Just a little background, my mom was a wedding singer. You feel me? So I came from a long line of
Mm.
entertainers. It's not like my parents are like doctors or lawyers. You feel me? So it's in my blood. My mom was a wedding singer. My uncle was a backup dancer in Minnesota, and my other uncle was a guitar player. So like that's what kind of got me into it because I was into the music scene since I was little. Like I remember when I was little, my mom used to sing at wedding. She used to pull me
Mm.
out to the dance floor because ain't nobody dance. So she used to pull me out of the dance floor and she used to be like, come on, let's have a good time. And it'll be just me and my mom there just dancing, having a good time. And like people would see that I'm having a good time doing all that stuff. And they'd be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of get the party started. And I carry that into my business. And that's what is making us successful as a business because we like to engage the crowd and just the energy is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt, man. Appreciate you, bro. That's what's up. That's a big deal, man. Especially through all the adversity and the things that you had
Yeah.
to come through. That's a hell of a story to tell, man. So I appreciate you explaining to everybody, exactly what this is about, man, and how you became to be the legendary DJ Keyyo that you are. You know what I'm saying? What makes you stand out amongst the rest when it comes to DJs? Because we got thousands of DJs. What makes you stand out amongst all of them?
Yeah, man. So what makes me stand out, I feel like, to me myself, is that it's the energy, man. People can feel the vibe. You know what I mean? They can feel the energy. And I'm also a dancer too. Don't knock on that. We've been dancers since we was little.
Hmm.
Been dancing
Talk
since I
about
was
it. Talk
6.
about it,
So you know what I'm
baby.
saying? So we've been
Talk
dancing.
about it.
Me and you've done shows together. You know what I mean? And you already know how that is. And shout out to Ease, man. Stop it, bro. Act like you're not a dancer, Ease. You a dancer too, man. Stop playing. But yeah,
Word.
and basically, in throughout college, I was in theater. High school, I was in theater. I was in dance class. I was, teaching people how to dance and stuff like that. So I kind of brought that excitement and that party atmosphere, like the dancing and all that, into the DJ scene. I always consider myself as an entertainer. I never look at myself as a DJ, bro, because that was like the main goal of mine was just to entertain, put a smile on
Hmm.
people's face. You know what I mean? That's what
Hmm.
motivates me the most. It's just that fun atmosphere and just having a good time, man. That's what life is about, because life is too short and it goes by so fast, man. Do what you want to do. You know what I mean?
Hey man, I hear that, bro. That's an honest answer right there, man. We in the world in a time right now where everything is so much different. Unfortunately, we came up in a whole different era, and we were able to be out dancing and doing a lot of different things, and
Right.
actually controlling the dynamic when it comes to this hip hop culture, man. On a lot of
Right.
levels, especially in upstate New York. But so if you had to right now, names like what's your top 5 DJs you would say right now if you had to rock with that? Like
Yo,
your top
deadass.
five right now.
I know that's our brother and everything. I'm gonna have to start from the 5 all the way down to 1. You feel me? So
No
my
doubt.
first, you know what I mean? My first love, man, like my top 5 DJs, Steve Aoki. I love the way he, like that energy on stage because I done
Mm,
EDM shows the way he does it as well. I opened up for him 5 years ago when he came here, to at the Dome Center, and the
mm,
energy is just amazing with him. You know what I mean? And he produced great tracks. I'm going into that route too, producing my own stuff as well. And then
No
next, I'm gonna
doubt.
have to say Jeff. You know what I mean? Grew up watching him, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Like Jazzy Jeff was like the dude. You feel me? With Will Smith. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then my my third one, I'm gonna have to say Craze, man. DJ Craze been around for a minute.
Woo.
Craze, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's been around for a long
Mm-hmm.
time. And shout out to Qbert too, man. I know you say 5, but I might have to do 6. Shout out to Qbert.
Hey,
Qbert,
whatever, baby. You know what I mean?
scratch master. You know what I mean? He's top 6 too. You know what I mean? Even though you say 5, and then I'm gonna have to say last but not least, man. Well, first Kid Capri. We grew up listening to Kid. I met
Mm.
him in 2013 at the Winter Music Conference in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like he was cool. He was
Mm-hmm.
one of the judge, and I came in third place that year. So I ain't gonna going. Hey, he was the judge. He picked me
No
out. Came in
doubt.
third. We did our and then at the same time, last but not least, our brother Ease. I mean, bro, I look up to
Yeah.
that man for a long time, and I still do look up to him. You know what I mean? It's just the creativity, and I know people might not know this, but like we were roommates at one point, and just his work
Mm-hmm.
ethic, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what kept me motivated and going. It's just his work ethic is crazy. Like this man is a perfectionist. That's why he's number one in the world, winning
Mm-hmm.
competition after competition, bro. Because this man he like one little mess up, start over. Like he's there for hours just practicing. You know what I mean? And just the work ethic is just there, and that's what got me wanting to do more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's
About
what's
it.
up, man. So aside from the whole DJ thing and you being a businessman, can you speak a little bit about your entrepreneur ways in your business and what you got going on in terms of that?
Oh yeah, as you can see behind me. Oh, this way. I own Rock the Party Incorporated. So when I was DJing, I was like, you know what? I don't want to be like 50, 60 years old still doing the clubs and the bar scene. You know what I mean? So I was like, and I
Mm-hmm.
got kids. So for me, it was like, I need to create something for my kids to fall back on. You know what I mean? Just to basically make some extra income and like help out with the DJ scene as well. So I own a company, Rock the Party Incorporated. We do a lot of like weddings, we do a lot of proms, a lot of shows. We're just all over, you know what I mean? And basically, that's what I got going on right now. I'm creating jobs for people. We have about 23 employees. I got, you know what I mean, 5 DJs under the company that helps me out with events, whatever I need them. So I'm basically just giving back now. I'm more of like giving to people versus taking. In my early 20s, I understand I wanted to, be the best DJ, this and the third. Everybody does when you first start, but now
Mm-hmm.
I'm more I want to create like an empire and a legacy where people hear my name and they're like, "Yo, that's a good dude right there." You know what I'm saying? He looked out for everybody, and that's what I just want to be known for nowadays. That's it.
No doubt, man. See, there's a thing about being a DJ as well as, of course, because we dance and you dance as well. Like, so it's a whole different dynamic to be that. There's not many DJs on this planet that can actually dance. So by you having the high energy like you are and being a person that's always been a good energy, man. You already know we've been all over the world. We traveled and done things, and
You've been
everybody
you're
always speaks to
with
us.
Ease,
Right?
you
Yeah. So
perform
they
all
they
over,
they
bro.
they love to see our energy as we out there in the mix, man. And it's been when I did a couple of weddings with you, it's just been a blessing, man. Just to see how the people gravitate to you as a DJ and respect you as a businessman as well. But now on the side note, since you do have kids, what is it like for you right now? And how's it been for you, bro, in terms of being a father? You want to speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'll touch a little bit on that. So with my kids, man, like it's not. So what happens is when I created this company, I basically quit my full-time job. I was able to do that because of the company. So with me being able to do that, it gave me more time with my kids, and I watched both my kids grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like during the week, I'm with them. I'm chilling with them. We go out, we go do fun things. I'm not stuck at work for 8 to 10 hours a day. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
it's a blessing when I have this job. It's a blessing that I can still be able to provide for my kids, but still have more time to do things with them. So when it comes to juggling with my job and my kids, I work around it, and at the same time, I want to, be able to basically build this company up and then be able to give it to them when I get older. You know what I'm saying? That way I could be out in
Mhm.
Florida, Miami, wherever, and just chill and have them look over the company. Basically, I just wanted to create a legacy and something they can fall back on just in case they, want to do what I do. You know what I mean? As an entertainer, because
Mhm.
entertainment is part of my blood, as I mentioned. And,
Mhm.
with my son, when I go do setup, when I come to the office, when I do things, I bring them along, and they learn, they
Right.
watch, see, and that's what a father has to do. A father has to basically be able to, bring their kids along and show them like, okay, this is what dad do, this is my passion. And basically, if you want this in the future, you can have it too. You know what I mean? Just
No
follow your
doubt.
dreams and want to do. You know what I mean? So
Showing, hey,
yeah,
that's big, man. Showing them the process. You know what I'm saying?
exactly, the process, how to set things up, how to make sure, be able to like, so they could have that knowledge, of that knowledge of
Mhm.
equipment, how things work and stuff like that. Because as a father, you have to guide them, you have to teach them, because kids don't grow,
Mhm.
up knowing everything. You got to teach them all that. So, and that's what I tend to do with my kids. So it's not it's chilling. And then on top of that, I have staff that I can count on. They're really reliable. You know what I mean? I can take a weekend off. I can do whatever, and then my staff will be able to pick up, and my other DJs will be able to pick up, like, other events and stuff like that. So juggling kids and the business, it's not too bad, man. You know what I mean? I set it up that way
Mhm.
too, though. In life, you gotta set up the way you want your life to run. You know what I mean? Some
Mhm.
people stress over the littlest thing, or they stress over like the smallest thing. But it's like, what are you doing to set yourself up to be stress free, to
Mm.
manage time well? You feel me? Because everybody's
Right.
trying to do too much at the same time, bro. And it's like one step at a time. You know what
You'll
I
get to
mean?
where you're trying to go. Yeah.
Exactly. One
Mhm.
step at a time, build a successful business, and then, if you want another business, branch out from there. And that's what people need to realize. That's why a lot of businesses fail, because everybody trying to do too much at the same time. They're trying to do, customization. They're trying to record music. Like, when do you gonna have time for all that? And you got kids, and you know what I mean. So
Mhm.
you got a full-time job. But to me, I
Right.
was more focused on the business and the DJ, and now it got to the point where I can juggle everything. You know what I mean? So it's not
Yeah.
bad. It's not bad. You gotta set yourself up for success. That's all.
Appreciate you, bro. You put yourself in position to be able to make the kind of moves that you're making. And not
Exactly.
everybody's fortunate enough to do that. But luckily, you've been blessed with the gift and ability to be able to put yourself in position in that way. So
Right.
that's a beautiful thing, man. So what you got?
That's
What would you say you got going on for the rest of the year, man? How the rest of the year looking for you?
the rest of the year is looking pretty decent. You know what I mean? We're like, with the new technology, everybody's quick to grab equipment and be like, oh, I'm a DJ. But the rest of the year,
Hmm.
man, the rest of the year has been good. I mean, we're still getting bookings coming in. We had a couple bookings last week. It just keeps coming in, and we do over 200 plus event a year. You know what I'm saying? So we're not little. You feel me? Like, even though it's family owned, it's not little. And I want to give a shout out to my boy Chris too, my partner. He helps out a lot, with the admin stuff. So definitely, we're doing pretty good. I can't complain. I mean, you know what I mean. I can't complain,
Hmm.
man.
All right.
Everything's
So if I had to ask you in terms of your DJ, right?
right.
Do you have more fun doing the clubs or do you have more fun doing the weddings? If you had to
Ooh,
pick one,
that's
you
a
know what I'm
good one,
saying?
bro.
And if you
That's
can't, if
a
you
good
can't pick one out of those two,
Right, right.
differentiate what's the difference between them that gets you hyped
Okay,
on that.
got you. Yeah, so I started out doing clubs and nightclubs and bars. You already know. I
Mm-hmm.
travel in Miami, New York, and Vegas and stuff like that. So what happens is, with the club scene, it's a little different from the wedding. When I transitioned to, remember how I told you I didn't want to DJ until I was like 50 or 60, you know what I mean? So I wanted something to basically carry on my back so I can be able to live a good life. So what happens is, when I got into the wedding scene, it was like a big difference, bro. Like I'm telling you, like
Mm-hmm.
it's different because with weddings you do formalities. You're not just working for the crowd. Because at the club you can play whatever. You know what I mean? You can play
Right.
whatever as long as they hype, they dance, because you're not really catering personally to the client because they're just there to have a good time. But for weddings, it's a lot different. There's formality involved. There's first dance. There's a lot more stress during weddings because you don't want to mess up that specific person or
Mm.
client's day, because you don't want to play the wrong song. You don't want
Mm-hmm.
your song to cut out in the middle of the you know what I mean, because they all look to you. So that's the difference, man. DJing the club and bar, it's more stress free because you can play whatever, you know what I'm saying. And then
Right.
I always been a crowd person though too. When I was at the club, I was able to read the crowd, see what they like. You know what I mean? If they want reggae, I give them reggae. They want hip hop, I throw some hip hop in there.
Mm.
Remember, I'm like an open format DJ, bro. I play everything from EDM all the way to hip hop to reggae to dread,
Talk
like
about it.
salsa, bachata, merengue. So I throw all that in, and that's what makes me different from other DJs too, because sometimes the club DJs will play like hip hop and stuff like that, but I throw in like original bachata. You know what I'm saying? Give them a little bit of,
Mm-hmm.
feel me, like a little bit of Bad Bunny merengue, like just have fun with it. But with weddings, it's a little different because you're playing a lot of oldies at weddings and songs that are popular, 20, 30 years ago for the older crowd. Because at weddings, you're not just dealing with 18, 21, 25-year olds going to the bar to have a good time. You're dealing with
Talk about it.
all the way from like
Mm-hmm.
2-year olds, even like 8 months. But the kids 8 months, they don't care. But like, coming from like 2, 3, 4-year olds wanting to listen to Baby Shark, at weddings, all the way to like 80, 90-year old grandparents. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of like, your spectrum got to be like on point when it comes to wedding. You got to play
Mm-hmm.
towards everybody. But my advice is, when you do weddings in the first couple hours, so cater to the older generation, do some older music. And then once it gets later in the night, usually the older crowd would leave the wedding, go home because they need to be home and all that. So what they'll do is I'll they'll leave, and then I'll like throw in like hip hop, more of like that stuff like the bride and groom, the young bride and groom ones, that ratchet stuff that, believe it or not,
Mm-hmm.
man, weddings be wanting to hear Megan Thee Stallion. They want they want to drop it like it's hot, because if you really think about it, a lot of wedding customers and clients, they don't really, what I'm saying, like go to the club like that. They really don't. So when it's
Right.
their wedding, like, yo, we want to have a great time. We want it like a club atmosphere, and that's what we bring. You know what I mean? As a company, so
They wanna go all in with it, man. You know what I'm
yep,
saying?
because they don't go out much. You feel me? So when it's time
Yeah.
to party, they want to party. And I
So
notice
the
a
so,
lot.
so the that's amazing, bro. So to cap off some of this before we tune out, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just wanted you to, if you had to put some good positive energy out there for the kids of this generation, and to whoever's gonna listen and watch this video, things of that nature, like what would be some of your good advice for them who are trying to get into the DJ world, or even just not even for the clubs, they just want to do weddings, like what would be some inspiration you got for them, fam?
So yeah, that's a great question that you're asking me, because, as I mentioned, with the technology, it makes it so easy for anybody to start. But you can't just pick up a controller and say, "Hey, I'm a DJ," and try to learn it yourself. You know what I mean? Start
Hmm.
taking like private lessons. Ease does private lessons. Start doing, basically start listening to other DJs too, and get like inspiration from them. Not copy, but like get inspiration. So if you're just getting started, I recommend you know what I mean, get a mentor. You know what I mean? Get a mentor. And on top of that, with my company, if you come in and work as an assistant DJ, I teach you all that anyways, because my goal is to get the beginners and new people to basically become DJ. You know what I mean? And now they're helping out the company, and it's money in their pocket. And that's my goal, is just to spread love and just kind of teach everybody how to do it. But at the same time, Rochester is a small town, so a lot of DJs don't like working with people. But to me, I'm different. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter where you from, where you came from, what you got going on. If you need my help, you need, to learn how to DJ this and that. Um, you know what I mean? Come through, rock the party, hit us up, man.
Yo, man,
www.
that's what I want you to do, bro. I want you to as we cap off, man, let everybody know your social media handles, and if people even need a
Oh yeah,
job, 585, this for y'all. If y'all need some work, man, and you need to, you know what I mean, go ahead and get with my brother Keyyo. He got everything you need. He pay you well, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get right. But go ahead, let them know what time it is, baby.
yeah, and we're always hiring, man. As a company, we're always growing. Like I mentioned, and if you want a DJ, so any of y'all out there listening and watching this right now, y'all need to let me know if y'all want to start a career or just a little bit of side money as a DJ. I like I said, I train all my DJs. You can start as an assistant making um, some money doing assistant work, and then you build your way up. I do training, paid training as well, just to get you out there, because like I said, my goal is to get you to be part of our active DJs, so that way you could start making like some good money. And at the end of the
Mhm.
day, man, like a lot of people do knock on like entertainers, like, oh, you a DJ, that's not a real career. But you see me now, this is all I do. And
Yeah, and
and
everybody need music, baby. You know what I'm
that's what
saying?
I'm saying. Even sometimes people tell me like, oh, you want to do this for the rest of your life, but it's like you gotta chase your passion, you gotta chase what you love to do, because at the end of the day, life is short. You're gonna be 50, 60 years old and be like, damn, I wish I should have done this, I should have done that. Oh, my bad, can I cuss? Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Just talk
but
about it, TV.
you know what I mean? Like a lot of people always do that. They're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not a career, this and that. But at the end of the day, you could make a really comfortable living just as long as you stay consistent. That's another advice too. Stay
Consistency
consistent.
is key.
Yeah, because when I was starting out, bro, people used to laugh at me about my bow tie and glasses. Now people
Hmm.
that don't even know me, they be like, "Oh, I heard of Keo. Yeah, I heard." You know what I'm saying? Stay
Hmm.
consistent. Stay true to yourself. People laughed at me 15 years ago. Laugh now. Ha ha ha. You know what I mean? But at
Yeah,
the
hey
same
man, that's what it is, bro. First of
time,
all, man, I just want to say I appreciate you being on the
yeah, man.
platform. Secondly, man, as I end off this cap, this has been a beautiful build with you, man. It's always good to see people that not only that I care about truly, but really doing their thing out there in the world
I
and
appreciate
putting out
that.
that good frequency, that balance, balanced out good positive energy frequency that we need for
Right.
everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's so much going on. You already know
Yeah.
what time it is, man. So it's just been a blessing to interview, bro. But last but not least, man, before we cap out, you want to give some shout outs to anybody, things of that
Oh,
nature?
yeah. The first shout out I want to give to is you for having me on here. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing. It's a blessing just to see my brothers doing good. A second shout out, I want to give a shout out to, you know what I'm saying, my partner Chris, doing his thing, helping out, with the business growing and everything. I didn't mention to you, we might expand and have a second location too, but stay tuned.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
no
And my
doubt.
goal is to, hopefully own a bar and a club one day. So that's what I want to do as well. And then, shout out to Ease, man. Thank you so much, bro, for getting me
Shout
started.
out to Eve.
Yeah, shout out to Ease, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to my staff, bro. They work hard, they do their thing. They're doing what they're supposed to do. One more thing too, man. In life, you can't do it alone. You need a team, you need people, you need staff, you need somebody that's gonna really look out for you. And on top of that, don't do everything yourself. Put people in the right position, and it's gonna make your business grow even more. So that's another advice for whoever's trying to get started. You can't do everything yourself. You need a whole team, and you need to put
No
the
doubt,
right people.
man.
That's it.
Hey man, teamwork make the dream work, ladies and gentlemen. You are now in tune with Talk About It TV, episode 15. Y'all already know what time it
Hold on.
is. You know
But
what I'm
yeah, man.
saying?
Follow me, rock the party, on all
Yeah, get them
social
the social,
platforms.
man. Give it all.
Right,
Give it the social.
DJ-Keyyo. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I signed too now. DJ-Keyyo. Holla at me. Shoot me a DM with any questions you need about DJing, how to get started, what type of controller to buy, to use. I'm here for everybody that needs help. So find us, Rock the Party, DJ-Keyyo. Check out our social media. Check out my TikTok. We're all on there. You can see how I be dancing, just making a fool of myself. No, I'm just playing.
Man,
But you know what I'm saying? It's all about the good energy, and that's it. And hope to hear from you guys. DM me about any questions you may have, man. That's about it, you know. And hopefully I get to come back and do another interview too. You know what I'm saying? So don't
hey,
forget
man,
about me,
listen,
bro.
listen, you already know, man. We're gonna chop it up forever. But a side note, we always gonna do some segments, baby. That shit ain't about nothing.
Yeah,
I appreciate
sure.
y'all for tuning into the episode 15. And whoever's in the building watching this, make sure you rewind it, go get the information you need to get, and get with your boy DJ-Keyyo. Y'all know what time it is,
You
man. Peace and
know.
love.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. Y'all stay blessed, man. All right, keep your head up.